mean, you're famous, particularly after Damnation onwards, for long extended shots. Is that a kind of corrective to the fact that we have short attention spans now?
You know, it's why I like it to do this one, because you can create everything for a minute when everybody has to be there at the same moment. The actors, the crew, and the equipments, and we, and everybody has to be on the top. And with all of your sensibility, and all of your presence, that's important. That's why I like it, to have it the moment when everything is together. You know, it's most of the movies are working like information cut, information cut, information cut. And for them, the information is just the story. And for me, a lot of things information. I try to involve to the movie the time, the space, and a lot of other things which is a part of our life, but not connecting directly to the storytelling. And I'm working on the same way, information cut, but for me the information is not only the story, a lot of other things. Maybe it's something is happening between us and I just moving with the camera and I'm showing you something over there which is connecting you. It's also give some information to the people, but it's not in a cut or the way how I'm showing. I'm just always, it looks like a chain. You just put it everything together and finally you have a long take. But we are cutting, but not on the editing table, we are cutting in the camera.
People think in a way, I mean, you've said you're not a believer in God, yet people still keep looking at your films and coming out with religious messages.
I'm working since 30 years, and during this time, I have to tell you, I'm doing the same movie about the human dignity. If you want, you can call it this also a kind of religious stuff, because if you believe and you are 100% sure, one thing is important, the human dignity. And what is really, and please don't touch it, the human dignity. Please don't destroy it. Please don't humiliate. And I just wanted to show you always, here is some poor, ugly, sad people. Maybe they are able to do crimes, but they are able to love each other, but they are human beings. And they have a right for the life. And the quality of their life, it's not, doesn't matter. You know, that's what I think. And that's why I'm doing a movie. And that's, you know, that's what I believe.
You've got two moments of particular revelation. When I think about it in Satan Tango, there's the scene where Eremias comes to the place where the little girl killed herself, and there's the mist going across, and he falls to his knees. And then in the hospital scene in Werkmeister Harmonies, they go through a hospital and then they see the old man standing in the bath, and then they go away very quiet. I mean, what is it that impresses those people in those scenes?
I can be cynical and I can tell you very simple, because behind the old man in the bath there is a wall, no way. They have to turn back. That's the cynical version. Of course, the other hand, I think every human has a sensibility, and every human has a respect. You know, if you are the biggest criminal, if you are able to kill someone, everybody has a border where they have to turn back. Because if they cross this border, in this case, we cannot call it them human. We have to call it them animal. But I have to tell you, I respect it several times more, the animals. Because what we are doing on the earth is more.
One thing that impresses a lot of people about your films, they love the cinematography, I mean the black and white cinematography, but you do very extended scenes. The cinematography often looks quite naturalistic. Does your extended scenes create extra problems for your cameraman?
It's not a question, extra problem or not. You know, if you have a picture, it looks like a painting. Every frame has to be perfect. And you have to show something which is important. If here is, for example, this small flower, it's really important. If I take my hand, the light is coming from here. If I take my hand to here, it's became dark. It's always the question, if what I want to show, I have to decide the flower or the water. In this case, I hiding or I keep it in dark and I put it more light to here because I just wanted to show you what I think, what is important. And we have to, and the black and white is very good because it's bright, white, here is totally dark, and you can feel always. And I can, and your eye is always just going always to the brighter point. That's why I really like to do the black and white. And I never think about how difficult it is for a cinematographer, because I just know what I want to show. But I know it's really difficult, because a lot of complicated camera movement.
I've got a picture by Bruegel on the wall of my office. I was very interested to see that you love Bruegel so much. What is it about Bruegel that you love, and how does that apply to your films?
For example, when we see, you know, the falling Icarus, and this is the story, and this is the title of the picture, and what you see, the Icarus is really the smallest point in the background when he falls to the water, and the front you can see two ugly real people. That's a kind of philosophy. The story is, I don't know where, because the main issue is in front of you. That's, it's a kind of dramaturgy. I have to tell you, I learned the filmmaking more from the painters and from the musicians than the filmmakers.
Do you feel your films are optimistic or pessimistic?
First of all, if you are pessimistic, you don't do anything. And you don't want to tell and don't want to communicate with the people. That's sure. I don't think I'm too optimistic, but I'm still optimistic because I believe that somebody will come and watch this movie and agree with our point of view.
Bela Tarr, thanks very much. Thank you.
Thank you.